Cheers to your very good health, my fellow YouTubers. Oh wow. No, I'm not doing a beer review before you ask. What that is an Innis and Gunn original. It is a smooth Scottish beer with hints of toffee, vanilla and oak, and it has been oak aged in handcrafted Scottish it's been oak aged for 77 days prior to release. It's pretty good, I've got to say. Packs a bit of a wallop, 6.6%. So obviously you want to take your time with this one, but it's pretty damn good. You see it up close, it's kind of almost got that whiskey look to it. I tried the rum one last night, and that was really nice as well. This is I'm not sure which is nicer. Maybe the rum one is slightly different than the rum one. This one is bloody nice, really good. I got this from Sainsbury's. It was that and the other one were £3 for the two because they were on offer. I think they're normally £1.99 each. I thought that was pretty good for £3 for £2. Two for £3, sorry. They're quite small bottles though. They're only 330ml, but still good stuff. Cheers. Anyway, while this is beer related, obviously we want to get onto Homebrew. You probably also noticed a slight change of scenery to normal. The reason for that is it's still bloody cold out here in that garage. Winter doesn't seem to want to disappear, unfortunately. It's supposed to be spring, we've got daffodils and crocuses and spring bulbs coming out, but it's still absolutely bloody freezing out. There's still the remnants of that snow from the other day on there. So I decided to set up camp in the lounge because I have got a nice lovely fire going. So I'm sure you can imagine there is no way I want to don my coat and hat and scarf and head out to a freezing cold garage when I've got a lovely fire here to enjoy. So what have I been up to? Well, funny you should ask. I will show you. Here we have my cider I put on to brew a little while ago. You can see here that looks like something out of an Alien film, doesn't it? Glass jar and thing protruding. That is a cinnamon stick. There are 6 cinnamon sticks in here. I think it's pretty much finished fermenting now. It's not really any airlock activity at all. Other than, well, I've just shaken it up, so obviously a little bit of CO2 is going to be released, but it's been pretty static for a while now. It's all the yeast at the bottom. Yeah, the reason it's quite dark in colour is because I used brown sugar. I had some brown sugar to use up. So I've done that. I can't remember exactly how much I put in now. Haven't got my book on me, but I will probably bottle that at the weekend, I should imagine. It'll be a nice long weekend this weekend because it's Easter, so that should be good fun. I've also picked up this little bad boy the other day. Oh, get it out of the way. Thomas Cooper's Real Ale. It's quite a light one. I've bought Beer Kit Enhancer. It's just half dextrose, half light spray malt. As you guys probably know if you check out my beer kit reviews, it's pretty much standard what I do all my kits with. So I just opened it up the other day. I was going to brew it and ran out of time, so I need to find myself a spare half an hour to do that at some point. Yeah, I want something ready for the summer, if we ever have one. So I'm going to look into that. So yeah, I'm going to get that brewing very soon, which should be fun. have another sip of this rather nice beer. No head on it though, have you noticed? No head whatsoever. Whether that's designed to be like that, I don't know. What else have we been up to? Well, at the weekend, a castle where I live, which dates back to probably Norman Saxon times, it's been empty for a while, and they held a beer festival there on Friday. Now I went along. Now unfortunately, the venue was brilliant. You're sort of standing around with your friends having a pint around these walls that are sort of 500 years old, like a proper castle. Fantastic. But the beer was quite poor. It was the last day of the festival. It had been running since the Tuesday, and there was only about 6-8 barrels left when I got there, and they went very quickly, to the point where they actually completely ran out of beer over an hour before the festival was due to finish. So we ended up going to another pub, but I did get a very nice commemorative glass as well, which I shall get you guys to show. Now, I'm not sure how the focus is on this camera, but there you go. Basically kind of like got a knight on a horse, and it's an official camera, there's an official camera festival. So that's, I've got 2 of these actually because my wife came with me, so that's taking pride of place in my beer collection now. Alright, sorry, in my glass collection I should say. I can't seem to get my words out today. So that was fun. It was really nice to be drinking inside a castle. Once in a lifetime experience really, because I don't think they're ever going to do it again. So, because what it was a museum, and they've kind of gutted it because they're going to be doing a lot more new exhibits and stuff. So they gutted it at the moment, and they've opened it up people to have a look. So that was good fun. On the same lines as the real ale, for the summer drinks, we're going to have a go at making some lemonade. I did try it before and I failed miserably. I think one of the reasons for that was because I didn't add any yeast nutrient. I've never done cider or anything like that before, so I added some lemonade to it, and got some lemons, squeezed them fresh, because I know you can't use the kind of the concentrated lemon juice that you tend to get in cartons or tubs or whatever, or little bottles, because it's got the preservatives in it which stop the yeast from fermenting. However, I didn't have any yeast nutrient, and I didn't add any, so I'm guessing that's probably why the brew didn't get going. So of course I've got some now, so at some point maybe over the weekend I'm going to try a batch of that as well. I also want to try some ginger beer. There's the Cooper's ginger beer kit, which I have tried a sample of that before, and that was pretty good. So I will look to getting that at some point as well. Other than that, really, not a lot else to report. I've got my IPA in the pressure barrel that I added the hops to, which I've now uploaded the video, a little how-to guide. I know a few people have done it, and I didn't realise until after I'd filmed it that Craig Tube has done a hop tea video using the same beer kit already. I had no idea. I think he even used Citra hops as well. I've not watched it yet. I had no idea because I haven't watched any of his stuff for months. I'm just trying to catch up now, actually, and I kind of thought, oh. So I assure you, I did not copy him, as you know. You can tell from the review I brewed that original kit probably 6 months ago. So you know, the reason I wanted to do the hop tea how-to video is just to show you guys, when you're watching the review, you've got the option then of having a look and seeing how it's done, if you want to get involved in that sort of thing as well. What else? Cornelius Cakes. Had a few interesting conversations with people afterwards regarding that, about how the industry stuff is quite expensive, but after that can get a bit cheaper. So I will definitely look into that at some point again. You know, I'm still only 6 months in the new house now. I'm still, you know, trying to get to grips with that. Mortgage payment's a lot more than the rent was, and yeah, just trying to get settled in. We've still got stuff we want to do to the house, so unfortunately beer delivery system, although it's very important. I completely agree. You do have to get your priorities right at the end of the day. So we'll see. Maybe in time, a year or two down the line, we'll see with regards to that. I'm kind of in two minds whether I want to go down the Cornelius keg route or the all grain route first. I don't know really. It's probably going to be about a similar outlay. A boiler, probably cost me 70-80 quid. You guys in the UK, I'm curious, do you use electric boilers or gas? I know pretty much everyone in America uses the gas boilers, but gas is so expensive over here. I was really thinking, and I've also not got any gas supply in my garage, but I've got electric, so I could look to do a bit of brewing in the garage. So what do you guys do? Do you guys use electric boilers? If so, how do you get on? Or do you really think it is worth my while just getting a massive stock pot, just sticking it on the hob, and doing it that way? I'm very curious to know what you guys think. With regards to the mash tun as well, I may be brave and have a go at one, purely for the fact that I resent paying out 50-60 quid for one, when you can buy a cool box for about 12 quid on the pipes and then do it yourself. So I will have a go at doing that at some point. I think, again, it'll probably be a few months before I get around to doing that. The last thing I was going to say, someone, I'm very sorry, I can't remember your name now, but I will be sure to mention it here. Terrible with YouTube people's names, some are quite bizarre and I can't quite work out even what they're supposed to say. Someone mentioned me about Dunhill Mill doing beer kits. Now I went on their website, saw Woodford Sundew beer kits, £9.99, absolutely fantastic price considering they're about £24 at my local homebrew store. And while I like to support my local homebrew store whenever I can, it'll be funny if I'm getting over a half price beer kit, I'm gonna go for that. Unfortunately, none of the stores near me, and I'm talking within a 30-mile radius, do those beer kits, which sucks. I don't know if they never did them, but I've had a look around the store since as well, and I can't see any homebrew area anywhere, so I don't know, it might just be in my area they don't do it, which is a shame. But again, I suppose, like I said, I like to support my local homebrew stores, so maybe it's not such a bad thing after all. But yeah, I think that's it from me, guys. I felt I've probably rambled on a bit too much already anyway. I've only had a few sips of this, but can feel it working its magic already, as it were. So I am going to enjoy my fire, probably put the telly on, or maybe actually catch up with a few more YouTube videos. I'm working my way through it. Thanks again to all my new subscribers. And do you know what? Thanks to all you guys who have subscribed with me a year ago, because you have stuck with me. I'm not aware of losing many subscribers at all. So thank you very much for your loyalty. I really hope you still enjoy watching these videos. Get some really nice comments and stuff these days as well. If you guys asking questions, please keep going. I think it's nice now that I'm getting asked questions. Before it was always me asking the questions of everyone. So yeah, there's no such thing as a stupid question. I know some people on some of these forums, I don't tend to go on these forums myself, because I think a lot of people can be quite snobby and quite elitist on these forums, putting people down, thinking they're stupid. Nothing is stupid. I've made mistakes while brewing. I'm probably even now do things that maybe aren't quite the right way of doing it, but you know what, having fun, and I'm getting the results I want, so what the hey. And as I've always said before, the most important thing is just experiment, have fun, if you like something, that's fine, I can, by all means, copy what I do, that's great, but your taste might be different to mine, so if they are, fair play. Again, like I said, I feel I'm rambling now, so I'm going to sign off. Cheers everyone, very happy Homebrew Wednesday, and although I didn't so, cheers everyone, a very happy Homebrew Wednesday to you. And although I didn't brew this particular beer, as I always say, it's not brew to be looked at. Cheers.